Good day, everyone. I am here to talk about ports and harbor. Ports and harbor conducts four important functions. First is the administrative. Administrative ensuring that the legal, socio-political, and economic interests of the state and international maritime authorities are protected. Second is the development. Ports are major promoters and instigators of a country's or wider regional economy. Third is the industrial. Industrial major industries process the goods imported or exported in a port. And the last is the commercial. Commercial. Ports are international trade junction points where various modes of transport interchange. Loading, discharging, and transit of goods. Port. A port is a facility for receiving ships and transferring cargo. They are usually situated at the edge of an ocean, sea, river, or lake. Ports often have cargo handling equipment such as cranes, operated by longshoremen, and forklifts for use in loading, unloading of ships, which may be provided by private interest or public bodies. Often canneries or other processing facilities will be located nearby. Harbor pilots and tugboats are often used to maneuver large ships in tight quarters as they approach and leave the docks. Ports which handle international traffic have costume facilities. The terms port and seaport are used for ports that handle ocean-going vessels, and river port is used for facilities that handle river traffic such as barges and other shallow draft vessels. Some ports on lake, river, or canal have access to a sea or ocean and sometimes are called inland ports. A fishing port is a type of port or harbor facility particularly suitable for landing and distributing of fish. A dry port is a term sometimes used to describe a yard used to place containers or conventional bulk cargo, usually connected to a seaport by rail or road. A warm water port is a port where the water does not freeze in water, because they are available year-round. Warm water ports can be of great geopolitical or economic interest, with the ports of St. Petersburg and Valdez being notable examples. A port of call is an intermediate stop, for example, to collect supplies or fuel. The world's busiest port is contested by several ports around the world, as there is a yet no standardized means of evaluating port performance and traffic. For the past decade, the distinction has been claimed by both the Port of Rotterdam and the Port of Singapore. The former based its measurement on cargo tonnage handled, the total weight of goods loaded and discharged, while the latter ranks in terms of shipping tonnage handled, total volume of ships handled. Since 2005, the Port of Shanghai has exceeded both ports to take the title in terms of total cargo tonnage. According to Wikipedia, the following ports have variously made claims to be the largest world port: the Port of Rotterdam, the Port of Singapore, the Port of Shanghai, the Port of Hong Kong, and the Port of New York and New Jersey. The terms port, harbor or harbor, and haven are more or less synonymous, but each of them also has specific meanings. The term port or seaport normally includes the harbor and the adjacent town or city suitable for loading goods and embarking men. A harbor is a place of security and comfort, a small bay or other sheltered part of any area of water, usually well protected against high waves and strong currents, and deep enough to provide anchorage for ships and other craft. It is also a place where port facilities are provided, for example, accommodation for ships and cargo handling facilities. While the haven is a type of harbor used in literature or in names and adds the idea of refuge. Ships are accommodated and handled, for example, loaded and unloaded. As such, port structures are as follows, like wharfs or quays, piers and jetties, moles or breakwater. Any place where a ship can safely lie alongside a quay, pier or dock, a tanker, and where she can carry out loading, discharge, operations, or embark and disembark passengers is called a berth. A dry dock is a type of dock consisting of a rectangular basin dug into the shore of a body of water and provided with a removable enclosure wall or gate on the side to ward the water, used for major repairs and overhaul of vessels. Wharf. Wharf is the oldest term in English referring to port structures. It denotes any structure of timber, masonry, cement, or other material built along or at an angle to the navigable waterway with sufficient depth of water to accommodate vessels and receive and discharge cargo or passengers. The term can be substituted for quay when applied for great solid structures in large ports. There are areas between the quay wall, made of solid masonry, and the nearby warehouse or storage facility is called the quay apron. Pier. A pier is a construction work extending into the harbor with sufficient depth of water alongside to accommodate vessels, also used as promenade or landing place for passengers. A jetty is a small pier usually made of timbers for boats, yachts, or fishing boats, but it also refers to large ships. Dock. The term dock has a number of meanings. It is an artificial enclosed basin into which vessels are brought for inspection and repair. A dock is a place, usually man-made area of enclosed water, where ships are loaded, unloaded, or repaired. Originally, it denotes an area of water that can accommodate a ship and can be closed off by locks to allow regulation of the water level. It also means a space between two wharfs or piers for the mooring of ships, for example, a dock basin. Often it can be interchanged with the terms wharf or pier. In US, it is often indicates a small landing pier for accommodating boats in a river or lake creek. Port terminals. The word terminal refers to a complete port facility for accommodating, loading, discharge of ship, and for the storage, stacking, and handling of cargo on shore. For example, boat cargo terminal, oil terminal, livestock terminal, and etc. Mole or breakwater is a massive port structure made of masonry or large stone blocks laid in the sea to protect the harbor from waves and current. Sometimes the term jetty and pier are used to mean the same. Design of breakwater. As the name implies, a breakwater is a body constructed to break up and disperse heavy waves to shield the interior waters of the harbor from winds and waves, and to provide shelter and protection for ships, shipping facilities, and other harbor improvements. Breakwaters are structures used to improve a naturally protected harbor and to create a sheltered harbor at locations required for shipping, refuge, recreation, etc. Breakwaters may be roughly divided into two main groups. They are the vertical wall type and the rubble mound type. A possible third group, the composite type, consists of wall type placed upon a rubble mound foundation. For the design phases. Different design phases will have been passed before an X-block armor layer will actually be constructed. Typically, these design phases are the concept design, the basic design, and the detailed design. For the concept design, breakwater and shore protection design usually start with the concept design. The concept design is typically based on a limited number of parameters. For the basic design, the concept design is followed by a basic design. More parameters are used and multiple cross-sections are designed. This design is more thorough. In this phase of the project, The design and specifications of the breakwater or shore protections are known. For a detailed design, in a detailed design phase, the most exposed sections of the breakwater are usually tested in 2D and or 3D model tests. Transitions are designed in detail. These model tests are used to verify and optimize the X-block armor design. For the design of breakwater starting points, the most important starting points for the design of a breakwater are the required lifetime of the structure, the return period of design conditions, allowable overstopping, allowable wave disturbance behind a breakwater, and the construction aspects like crest width and height. For the design of breakwater boundary conditions, the most important boundary conditions for the design of a breakwater are the design wave height and period, the design water level, the high water and the low water, the bathymetry, the soil conditions, and the seismic conditions. For the design of the typical cross-sections of breakwaters and shore protections, the required X-block size depends on the design wave height and can be determined with the following formula. X-block volume is equivalent to design significant wave height divided by 2.77 multiplied by the relative concrete density. The relative concrete density is equivalent to the mass density of concrete minus the mass density of seawater divided by the mass density of seawater. That would be all. Thank you.